Hey guys, Josh here from the Cummings Law Firm, and I just want to speak to you a little bit today about smallmouth bass fishing on the Susquehanna River. Well, I wish, maybe not, but okay. So we're going to talk a little more about DUIs today. Specifically, what happens? You've been arrested for a DUI. Okay, you've been pulled over, you've been arrested, and either you've received charges in the mail, or you know they're coming, or the police officers told you they're coming. What do you do next? What steps do you take? Can you defend this DUI? Is it something that you can do on your own? Do you need an attorney? Okay, so first, I would highly suggest that you do reach out and at least have a consultation with an attorney. It's very important to understand what rights you have, number one. It's important for you to understand the law fully and what elements need to be proven for a DUI to be present. It's very important for you to know that. It's also very important for you to know what your potential outcomes could be, and what you have to look forward to as far as potential incarceration, sometimes probation, ARD, driver's license suspensions. There are so many different factors that come into play with DUIs, and you need to understand what the procedures are and what to expect. So if you come in for a consultation, most firms and the Cummings Law Firm, we have a free 30-minute consultation for an initial consultation. So we would urge you to reach out if you're in that situation, or if you have somebody close to you who may be in that situation. Quickly, some of the things we look for when we're evaluating a DUI. Number one, we look at was the traffic stop legal. There are certain rights that you have as a United States citizen, as an individual in this country, against unreasonable searches and seizures, and that includes traffic stops. So to be pulled over by a police officer, that's a seizure. A police officer can only pull you over if they have probable cause that a traffic offense has been committed, or if they have reasonable suspicion that criminal activity is currently happening, and that you are committing a crime currently. So it's important that we take a look at that. You have an attorney take a look at, number one, why were you stopped? Why is the officer saying you were stopped? And was that stop constitutional? Okay, so we look at that. Secondly, we're going to look at once they have pulled you over and they've interacted with you, maybe done some field sobriety tests or had some discussions with you. Now, do they have probable cause to actually arrest you and charge you with DUI? Okay, so they have to have a certain amount of cause to be able to do that. And if they don't have that, once again, it's unconstitutional, and the evidence can be suppressed. Just as if it's an illegal traffic stop, anything that happens in that traffic stop, any evidence obtained can be suppressed. So it's very important that be considered, and that somebody looks at that for you. And thirdly, we're going to look at whether, assuming that the traffic stop was legal, assuming that the arrest was legal, what does your case look like? What are the factors that may determine whether a DUI was committed or not? There are a lot of things that we need to look at. What's being alleged? What factors? How did you perform on your field sobriety tests? What was your driving like? What were the discussions that you had with the officer? Was there a blood alcohol concentration that was determined from blood testing? Was a blood test done? Did it happen? Did you refuse a blood test? All these things are factors that go into play when we determine whether a DUI was actually committed. So we want to talk about that. And lastly, even in the event where you feel like, well, yeah, they probably have a good case for this, what's the outcome? You want to talk to an attorney about what your potential outcomes are, because that's important. You may be eligible for ARD, which is not a conviction. It's an alternative disposition, alternative rehabilitative disposition, that is a way that you can resolve your case without being convicted criminally of the offense. So it's very important to know that, and what the, how you may be eligible for that. So those are things that you need to talk to an attorney about, because they can help you understand and kind of help map things out for you, so you understand how to navigate this system. There are many cases where you're going to most likely need an attorney throughout to help you. There may be some cases where you decide, you know what, I have enough information, I can do this on my own. And that's obviously ultimately up to you or to that person. But we need to make sure that you understand what your rights are and what the process is, so that you can make those decisions. Okay, so we can go into more detail about specifics with the DUI stops, and with things that occur during and after the traffic stop, but we're going to do that in other videos. If you have any specific questions that you'd like us to help you out with, we invite you to please call us. You can email us, you can visit us on our website, www.clfdlaw.com. Hit us up on Facebook, like us, send us a message. We'd be happy to interact with you. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.